Get it?
Cowboys and the Seahawks. Cowboys on the road at the Seahawks. They are actually catching 5 points in this one. Brad, this is a Seahawks team that has started off impressive. That being said, was one play away from losing last week. This Cowboys team, of course, we know the improbable comeback after the miracle onside kick. This is a game that people are going to gravitate to. They're going to look and see the Cowboys catching points here, or they're going to look and see the Seahawks number at less than 6. And this thing is going to get some action one way or the other. And I think people are going to have pretty strong opinions one way or the other. No huge injury news one way or the other, really. Bruce Irvin, I guess you could say, for the Seahawks is going to be out for their defense. So Bruce Irvin being gone could be considered some pretty huge news. But how do you see this one going here? Cowboys on the road getting 5 points.
Man, I wish this total would stop going up because it's up to 57 at a lot of places, and I want to back the over, but there's got to be a point where you stop. So I thought there was a key injury here, so I thought this was an interesting stat. The Cowboys have one cornerback who grades above 99th at the position, who is Chidobe Awuzie, and he's out this week. So they have no cornerbacks in the top 100 at the position, which seems a bad recipe against Russ, DK Metcalf, and Tyler Lockett, who just cooked the best defensive backfield in the league. So I don't see how the Seahawks don't go nuts here again. Just carry on where they left off last week. 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, yada yada. And then the Cowboys, I think they're perfectly suited to just keep coming back, just as they did last week. They've got all these weapons. The offensive line was the big question for me last week, but the Seattle pass rush is 30th in the NFL by PFF, I think. So if they don't get a pass rush, we saw the Seahawks just get cooked downfield by Julian Edelman and Damiere Byrd, right? Well, this Cowboys offense is not that. They're much better. They're much better weapons. So I really don't see how this isn't just a shootout. And I would probably still go over 57, to be honest. They're also both playing quickly as well. Seahawks still throwing 60% on early downs. The Cowboys, Mike McCarthy actually came out on the week and said, we're not going to try and run the ball and keep it out of Russ's hands. We're just going to score as fast as we can. So I'm quite excited about this one because I think it could be explosive.
Brett, this is going to be a fun one to watch for me. I think the Seahawks, maybe it'd be Seahawks or Pat. I think the Cowboys are going to be a pretty trendy dog, actually. I think people are going to want to get on the Cowboys in this one the more that they dig in. I was not able to settle on a side in this one. I'm just very excited to sit back and watch what I expect to be probably 60 some odd points maybe put up on the board here, but no definitive side for me in this one.
Yeah, another Cowboys game with a dead number, another Seahawks game with a dead number. I'm staying away from it. I continue to have a poor read on the Seahawks. I guess they're just a top 5 team every single year, and I want to fade them every week, and I have banned myself from doing so until they start losing football games. Like I want to lean Dallas because these injuries up front on the offensive line aren't going to be taken advantage of by the Seahawks pass rush, like Brad said, but I do think there's going to be a lot of points in here, but this is just going to be sit back and watch, enjoy.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun